This new waves in autumn, man.
Dude, they're pretty good.
Very good.
They're pretty good.
Man, the brand new one.
Yeah, got a new addition to the old workout playlist.
Yeah. Lots of screaming.
Lots of screaming while I scream. All right, there we go.
Oh. It's when you get that 30, it's gonna. That's right. Speaking of reps, what's up? Welcome to RockMental, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah,
We got caught up on some stuff, but thanks for joining us nonetheless. We got Baines.
what's up, Baines?
What's up, dude?
Baines.
And yeah, so if this is your first time, welcome to the pit. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification button, do what you need to do. Make sure you follow us and tell a friend.
Yep, thank you very much. And why don't we go and get into our mosh pit?
Oh wait, we forgot to for the new people here. We forgot to sort of introduce ourselves. My bad. Chaotic, your ADHD brain, if you can't tell, because I just forgot. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, your metalhead. So, Metallica, I'm your dude.
Mayhem. I got that PTSD, got that bipolar. I got ADHD sometimes too. So I kind of lost it there too. I was like, I know I'm missing something. It's my turn, right? My turn. Anyways, I kind of like a little bit of everything. I mostly like industrial punk, but too of lately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grumpy right here. Depression, sad. I think we all have a little own brand of ADHD.
Yes.
Mine's grape.
Ew, like Jaeger?
Hey. Oh, that's great. It's very good. Great Kool-Aid.
I am not your metal guy. No. Man, anything shoegazy, I'm your guy. Emo. Yeah, I get
Nice.
the sad, so I love the figure.
Nice. Yeah, I'm Figured. I'm the producer. I'm into the punks, and I have all of their stuff and more. So you can refer to them on any inquiries.
We rub off on a little too much.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
it
alright.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by my ADHD tangent. We have what we call our mosh pit mentality. We like the mosh pit, much like most of you do. Hopefully, if you're watching, we really feel that is a good environment, a good culture for what we want to build here in our pit.
Yep.
We have our mosh pit mantra. So for those of you watching, put those horns up. If you're on the chat, put those horns up and go ahead and repeat after me. If you hit the ground,
If you hit the ground,
put the hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see your hand up,
put your hand out.
put your hand out.
Ask,
Ask,
answer.
answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody moshes alone. That's right. Nobody moshes alone. If you have any concerns, if you want any more information about resources available to you, go to rockmental.com/help. We got a ton of information that we'll describe a little bit later.
Baines, thank you for putting your horns up.
Absolutely.
Now, for today's format, it's be a little bit different.
Yep.
A little bit different. We're trying out something new. We understand before we've gone 2.5 hours at times. And thank you guys. Thank you, Baines. Especially thank you guys for staying with us. But we're gonna try it a little bit something different, and we'll go to more detail later on. But for this one, we'll try to keep it shorter, and we're gonna focus on what we're here for, man. Let's focus on the music.
Yep.
All right.
In the music, still with the mental health stuff, you have lots of resources for you all, and actually some other good
Yes.
coming up.
Yeah, lots happening. Really excited. We're gonna share with you a little bit of what's happening. But yeah.
Yeah.
So figure tell them where they can find all this stuff.
Yeah, so to get in the loop with any RockMental news or anything that's coming up, head over to RockMental Official on pretty much all the social media platforms. We're gonna be building some new stuff for you guys, so keep in tune, keep in touch. Head over to rockmental.com for your information, music, posts, things like that. Me and Groupie or me and Chaotic are going to Metallica, so you'll see a post about that soon.
That's right.
You'll be able to see a post from Mayhem, I believe, soon or already up. So yeah, head over to rockmental.com, guys.
That's where, hey, that's a HQ right there, guys. Head over there. You can look at all our previous episodes. All our previous episodes will be on the pit. All our blogs, all our good stuff. Everything is there. So make sure you check that out. You can also subscribe if you're your WordPressy person. You can also make sure you get the latest on our posts. Let's do it. So I think kind of what Grumpy was alluding to, and a little bit whatever we got some changes coming up. So we've been hitting a stride, and we thank each and every one of you for joining us, whether it's on our YouTube and Twitch live streams, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music later on, social media, everything like that. This is we do this because we want to share in the music, we want to share health discussion, we want to create this of fellow mosh pitters. We're helping each other, and we're giving you guys the resources you need to make the. In saying that, we want to make sure that we're delivering on our promise in a more efficient way. So we're going to be making some changes here pretty soon. It's the summer, right? Summer vacation.
Yep.
So, like Figure said, he and I are going to be going to a certain Metallica concert next week. So you're going to expect probably maybe a short stream, maybe on Saturday of next week. The concert's on Sunday, so sorry guys. You're gonna go get to the concert. I'm sorry, but expect that next week, and then the week after that is 4th of July week. So we're gonna take that week off. I think for the most part, a lot of people are taking that time for vacation and holidays and time with family. So we're gonna do the same. So we'll take that week off, and then once we come back, we're gonna introduce some new formats, and this will kind of help us get deeper into both the mental health aspects and the music aspects. So that way we can bring you the rock, we can bring you the discussion, and we can have fun doing it in a more efficient manner. Figure, what else can we tell them about?
Yeah, so I don't know. We're going to be working on a whole bunch of stuff. Mostly just stay tuned because we're going to be giving updates and stuff on Instagram about some ideas that we have. We'll have some questions for you guys if you guys would like a certain idea or something like that. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we're going to start focusing a lot of our content and streams probably during the weekdays versus the weekends. Not that weekends are bad, but we have some stuff coming up in the fall that, we're just not going to compete with. But again, once we solidify those things, once we get everything rolling, we will let you know. We will come on. Make sure you follow us at RockMental Official on all our social media platforms. We'll give you guys the lowdown and make sure you know how to engage with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't we are not going to let up on the mental health resources. In fact, we've got some partnerships that we're going to be talking about it a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you're one of our artists, look out for a message from your old buddy Mayhem here. And we have some exciting ideas, but of course we want to get some input from our artists. So look in your Instagram, maybe your email for a message from me, and let's get to talking.
Look at you, Big Mac.
Yeah. Look at you.
East Moon.
Yeah.
Toxin.
Yeah, all
those
friends
dudes
in Europe
and ladies and
struck down
those people.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. And so like I said, on rockmental.com/help, we have information for helping survivors. They're an organization that helps survivors of sexual abuse and sexual assaults with a ton of information and potentially legal assistance if appropriate. We also have Heads Up Guys, Joe and the gang up there in Canada doing the good work, helping men find actual mental health care.
Absolutely.
Putting men in touch with people they have verified are good at this.
Yes, are experts at men's mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
They just finished up their awesome campaign, Step Up for Him. If you guys remember, joined us a few weeks ago. We all made our pledges, and but great job. But it doesn't stop there, guys. If you are in need of help and maybe thinking about therapy, go to our website. There's 4 huge buttons. You can't miss them. They're right there. You have all the resources. If you're not sure what your symptoms are. There's a depression self-check.
Yes.
Yep.
Please
Very
check that out.
helpful. Very helpful.
Very helpful to get you guys a little bit more informed about what you're feeling, and some resources all there. And let's keep it going, guys, and support one another. If you know a man in your life, make sure you check in with them. I tried to do the same this week. Saw an old friend of mine, going through some stuff. So just say, hey, how's it going? You okay? You good? All right. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Yep.
Something as simple as that, could make all the difference. And so make sure we stand up for each other and then be that shoulder.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And we have actually a
Big Mac on the
Hey, what's
chat.
up, Big Mac?
Big
What's going on, Big Mac?
All right. So we also partnered up with Stack Up. This is
Oh yeah.
actually really exciting for me. This is an organization that supports veterans seeking assistance with mental health. Just go check out their website. Oh shit, I'm fighting with this thing. Is a great organization. First off, supporting veterans through the love of video games and all things geek. And it's incredible. This organization is just incredible. Their model was actually researched by Johns Hopkins.
Exactly.
Oh.
That Johns Hopkins, like an
Yeah.
actual research university, it's found to be very useful.
Yes.
So to say that they're legit is an understatement.
Huge understatement, yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and check them out. They're a great organization supporting veterans. They have their airdrops. They have a bunch of stuff. Again, helping, connect veterans and active duty personnel, just get access to video games, other geekery and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well, and they create a community, just like how we're doing here with
Yeah.
RockMental. Create a community of like-minded folks who are in need of the same sort of, support structure, same community as we do. And, I think video games, rock music, there's a
hey,
Correlation.
there's a correlation,
There's a
right?
bit.
Yeah, so we're proud to partner with them. We're gonna have more details on what programming is gonna look like from our end.
yeah.
But thank you to Zach and everyone there at Stack Up. They're legit. They're the real dudes. And if you know a service member or a veteran in your life and who happens to like playing some video games, check them out. They have programs all over the world. They even have programs to send veterans and service members to like those huge video game
Conventions,
conventions across.
That's awesome.
Like awesome programming. These dudes are doing the work, and they're not just talking the talk, they're walking the fucking walk.
Yeah, and part of our new format, we're hoping to dig deeper into some of these organizations that we partnered with,
Absolutely.
dig deeper into some of the resources that are available, and we're really excited about that as well.
And dig deeper into like veteran specific issues,
Exactly.
military specific issues, because we know, we can talk about whichever subgenre, subgroup of people we can talk about, but especially for military, especially for veterans, especially what's going on right now,
Yep.
there's probably a lot of need for mental health resources.
Exactly.
So we're proud. Stay tuned. We got a lot of shit planned, a lot of great ideas. So stay tuned on that.
Big Mac, they're currently playing some
I'll
playing
let
a video.
loose right now.
All
sir.
right. Okay, Big
Okay,
man.
okay.
We'll see you.
We're gonna have to
I'll let loose.
More of a Madden guy myself. And I get my ass kicked by like 12-year-olds all the time.
I'm more of a Minecraft on peaceful mode kind of guy.
You like to build.
I like to build, and I still am terrible at it.
Baldur's Gate for me.
Ooh.
I gave World of Warcraft a few years of my life. And I've given Dungeons and Dragons a few years of my life.
Well, Middle Mayhem is quite the Pokemon
Yes.
trading card game
Yes.
competitor, and I picked up a deck and did pretty terribly, but I understand just enough about the game to be dangerous
Nice.
to everybody except for the person I'm playing against. But I have to say, it really helps. The geekery helps.
Exactly.
And
It really does.
It's really helped him. It's really helped us. And you guys, just be a geek. There's nothing wrong with
Who
that.
cares? Just
Yeah.
do your
Big
thing.
Mac says World of Warcraft for 20 years.
Whoa.
That's a
I
commitment.
haven't done
Right there.
I haven't delved into that. I got into Assassin's Creed for a little bit.
Yep.
I got my ass kicked off.
Yeah.
Well, I for some odd reason, okay, have you seen that meme where like ADHD is kind of like you're playing a video game, but instead of doing the actual game, you're just doing a bunch of side quests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing in Assassin's Creed. I was
Yeah.
just doing a bunch of side quests that I didn't know.
That is all World of Warcraft is.
Yeah.
Big Mac, yes or no? First of all, character, class. I was a night elf rogue. Was not very good at it. Only got to like level 40 something. But yes, sir. Yes. I love it.
See, we're a bunch of nerds, man.
Yeah,
Hey, we're here all together. That's what we do. Big Mac. Oh, I know Big Mac's a college football fan. If you're on college football, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, part of the reason we're moving to a weekday format.
Yeah,
Exactly. You can't-
yeah. Hard to compete on the weekends
That's
against
right.
a certain sport.
That's right.
Mhm.
Sport.
No.
Oh, different.
All right, moving on.
Hey,
All right, anyways,
ADHD tangent.
We got.
Orc Hunter. Yes, sir. Oh, you're a tank, aren't you? Uh, all right. So going back to the music, like always, we like to bring you guys new music that we research throughout the week, finding the best for you guys. So we usually try to find one band. We'll bring 2 songs. Try to keep it under 50K monthly listeners.
Yep.
I've only gone over once or twice.
Or 4 times.
But yeah, we like to usually bring one band, 2 songs under 50K, up and coming bands, and really touch on why we chose this band, why what motivated us to bring them to the spotlight. Today we might change it up a little bit, try to focus a little bit on the music on this stream, and go over some bands we really like, maybe some bands that we have on our playlists as well, on the weekly playlist we have for you guys. But guys, please, especially on the chat, comment, let us know what you like, what you don't like. Tell us our taste is great, like me, or bad, like everyone else. Just kidding, I'm kidding. We only the best for you guys. But yeah, that's usually what we go with. That being said, who's gonna go first this week?
Well,
you
you
took
took a
since
big
you're
game.
talking
man.
about it,
Go for
big top, big
Go
top.
for it, man.
Let's see.
You do it.
Big Mac.
He said no ranged DPS.
You're a range guy.
One of those.
You're one of those.
Dungeons and
people.
Dragons. I'm a tank, man. I'm a dwarf. A dwarf is a tank. He can take a lot of hits. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Back to the
Anyway,
music, back to the music. So I'll go first this time. You know what? We've been going international
Yeah, we
quite
have.
a lot. So I went international again.
All right.
But this time around, I went a little bit south.
Okay.
How south did you go?
How south can you get?
Ooh.
Antarctica.
No, okay. Right before that, Argentina.
Oh,
Ooh,
they still have
okay.
penguins.
They still have penguins.
They
yes,
do have
they
penguins,
do.
yeah.
So yes, I went and found a band, a really, really good band from Argentina called Mora y los Metegoles. Mora is the name of the lead singer, Mora Pavil, I
Okay.
believe is her name. Palvi, Mora Palvi, my bad. Y los Metegoles, I'm guessing it's a soccer reference, but it's Argentina.
Yeah.
I can get it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But great band. They kind of started coining their own term to describe their music, call it Wendy rock.
Windy
Okay.
Rock.
Wendy.
Wendy.
Rock.
But
okay.
really it's just because a combination of all their influences and kind of how they
Okay.
changed a little bit how they play song by song. But the best way to describe it is kind of like a psychedelic indie. You
Okay.
know, it gets a little shoegazy. It gets a little, but man, it's good.
Okay.
It's really, really good. 4-piece band from La Plata, Argentina,
Okay.
formed in 2017. Actually, really good story. Miss Mora over here, Balvi, the lead singer,
Mhm.
did not pick up a guitar till she was about 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
A year later, she had an EP.
Dang.
Oh, she did one of those Arctic monkey things.
Jeez, just-
yeah.
A year later, she had an EP.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we are. This is 2017, 2018. We're 8 years later, and Mora and Los Metegoles have 3 albums.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So they're a very, very talented band. about 42,000 monthly listeners.
Okay.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
I
Pretty
think
popular.
little by little they're gonna get that exposure, especially up here in the States, and
Mhm.
it might blow up. But a little bit less about them. A little bit less about describing them, and I'd like to play their first song,
All right.
Todo
Okay.
Lo Que. I started about 25 seconds in, figures.
Okay.
Todo lo que siempre dije que quería tener, ya no me gusta y no lo quiero.
Okay.
Todo lo que siempre dije que quería saber, ahora tiene menos peso. No por eso.
All right. I like the simplicity. Like the
It's
stuff
very-
just going out.
Mhm.
The lyrics hit. I'll go through them right now.
Yeah.
Man.
Kind of reminds me like that early 10s lo-fi kind of
Yes.
Yeah,
thing
there you
that
go.
they had for a while. Yeah.
Right now, this South America is having like a very like explosion on this kind of indie, kind of early 10s kind of sound.
Yeah.
There's so many bands out there that I started following that have this kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
But I do want to go over one of the main reasons why I picked this band and the lyrics that it goes with it. I'll try to translate,
Okay.
but it
Okay.
starts off with todo lo que siempre dije que quería tener, everything that I always said I wanted. Ya no me gusta, ya no lo quiero.
Oh man.
I don't like and I don't really want anymore.
Yeah.
Todo lo que siempre dije que quería saber. Everything that I always wish I knew. Ahora tiene menos peso. It really doesn't really matter anymore. I don't really
Yeah.
have an ache for it.
Don't really care. Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. ¿Qué es lo que me gusta? What is it that I like? No por eso dejé pensar. That doesn't mean that I always stop thinking. What is it that I like?
Mhm.
But especially that it just repeats that first part, that little chorus part
Yeah.
throughout
Mhm.
the song. When I started therapy, kind of going through, I didn't really classify that I was depressed. I
Yeah.
always tried to smile. I always showed everyone I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. I don't know what you mean. I don't get really depressed. I'm not really
Yeah.
sad. It just really, really hit me like I couldn't find joy in all the things that I used to find joy in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I wasn't severely sad or, thinking over here that, in my head, depression's this person that's just very, very sad. And that wasn't me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, not finding joy, not having motivation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just being okay with kind of in the background, in
Mhm.
my corner by
Yeah.
myself, isolating myself from people. I don't know. The song just really hit me. It brought me back to those days. Not brought me back like feeling like that, but how far I've come since those days.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it really was that feeling, and nobody talks about that. Really, depression sometimes feels that way. That's
Mhm.
it. It's a big sign of depression.
Yeah.
Just not being able to find joy, not being able to,
Yeah.
here I am, a year and months later, and finding myself back to my old hobbies and
Mm-hmm.
kind of remembering that joy that they really brought me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That that spark of like that smile, that happiness that it really brings to you, those little
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
And thinking back, like, wow, I could not see that before. Like it
Yeah.
was just beyond me to see.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
So it was it really hit me in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
the squishy spot, man.
Right in the squishy spot.
And it's true because like a lot of times when you're going through some stuff, even the things that you've enjoyed for years, your entire life, just you don't get it anymore.
Don't
Like
hit
it
the
doesn't
same
get
anymore,
it doesn't
yeah.
hit the same.
It doesn't, but
But that just goes to show like how important, centering yourself is, because yeah, we like to think, music is like a great place to bond, but like even music sometimes you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, new album came out. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. But because you're stuck in a loop, and you're stuck in a state that, like you said, like takes the joy out of things.
A good topic, Big Mac. You're even telling me, you're a half orc barbarian. You're definitely a tank in D&D. Um, I've been playing D&D many years now, and for a while there, I love to go be with my friends, be a fool with them, and laugh, snack, and just be there on a table for hours. People don't get it, and for the longest time there, it seemed like a chore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I had to pull myself out of my couch, and I'm like, "Ah, I guess they expect me there."
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, Big Mac, I'm a testament. You yourself, you're talking about it. I bet you love it. I bet you love getting to get with your friends, and it's something that I lost. And it's really sad because it wasn't them, it wasn't the actual game itself either. It was me. It was something in me that I was having such a hard time finding the joy in these
Yeah.
things that I love so much.
Yeah. It's like instead of it's being like that being a hobby or something you enjoy or like, it's just a thing I do.
It's just a thing I do, and
Yeah.
it's a thing. It felt like it's a thing I'm doing to keep my friends happy.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't about me anymore. It was just keeping others happy. And a lot of the other things that I was doing, I felt the same way. I'm just doing it to keep the mask on to people, like
Yeah.
to keep them happy, to keep them from asking questions.
Yeah, dude.
That's the thing about the mask, though, is usually the people that are close to you can see right through
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
The mask, in some
Ah.
instances, at least in my case, was to fool myself that I was okay.
Yes, correct.
That's right. Because if you have your mask on, you look in the mirror, you just see your
Like,
mask.
hey, I'm a happy dude. When
Mhm.
inside you just feel dead.
Nah.
And I completely can relate to
Yeah.
that. Just the loss of joy and
Exactly.
that feeling that you have to be happy for somebody else kind of compounds that, because now not only you're not happy, you're pretending to be happy,
Yeah.
which is making you even less happy. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's a vicious
It's a-
kind of cycle.
But you're completely correct. The people closest to you will notice.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And it happened to me too. It's the
Mhm.
people that were closest to me were the ones like, you're just, I don't know, you're not you.
Yeah.
And they couldn't put a finger in it, but they could tell me you're not
Yep.
you. And I'm like, they were absolutely right.
Yep.
I wasn't me, and I hadn't been for a while. Big Mac, it says you haven't played for years. It's hard convincing Jeremy to play. I have a lot of friends that live out of town, so we've been trying to see if we can start a kind of like a virtual session. So I might slip into your DMs, and if we start that, if you're up for it, man, you're more than invited.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, sir.
We're getting RockMental D&D.
RockMental
nice.
D&D.
Ooh.
We'll get a
We'll
top-down camera.
stream
for
it.
this.
Write that down. Write that down.
Big Mac, we'll stream it.
We'll get a top-down camera for the set.
Yeah. All right, let's
All right. Yeah.
to the next one. This one.
Who's the tangent?
so before we go into like a whole D&D
Yeah.
session.
So another the second song I picked for Morelos Mentegoles, it's called Tu Maestra. I'll speak about what kind of the song talks about. I wasn't sure if I wanted to really talk about why it hit me emotionally.
Hmm.
But it's really sings about Mora here kind of talking to someone saying, I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your parent. I'm not your teacher.
Mhm.
It's like you need to figure that out on your own. And I kind of had that really hard talk with a significant other, and kind of led to this path.
Mhm.
And it was a very hard talk, and it was, at the time, it's very easy to say, I'm not the problem.
Yep.
Everyone else is a problem. What are you talking about? We're talking about masking. I'm trying to fool myself.
Exactly.
But really, it was a hard song to listen to. It's a great song, but it was a hard song
Yeah.
to listen to. Um, Figured, can we start at about 25 seconds in?
Yes.
Yo no te voy a explicar cómo tenés que pensar si no te diste cuenta. Vos solo que me vas a escuchar. Yo no te voy a explicar cómo
I love the lo-fi, man.
Yeah, I love it too.
Just simple music.
no te diste cuenta. Vos solo que me vas a escuchar. Que me vas a escuchar.
You're right. It does give those kind of,
But yeah,
man, even kind of stroke likes, kind of
Let's say like
Arctic-
Cold War Kids a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It gives off those vibes. Yeah, I'll repeat a little bit of what the song said.
Mm-hmm.
Yo no te voy a explicar. I'm not gonna explain cómo tienes que pensar. What you have to think.
Mm-hmm.
Si no te diste cuenta tú solo, if you didn't really figured it out on your own. So,
Dang.
¿cómo me vas a escuchar? How are you supposed to listen to me? And then it repeats, I shouldn't explain to you
Mm-hmm.
how you should be thinking or feeling if you haven't figured it out by your own.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's simple. It's actually doesn't have a lot of lyrics. It just repeats a lot of that
Mm-hmm.
over and over again.
Yeah.
But it's a really hard message to get through to someone sometimes. We've all been there, kind of begging people or telling people, what do you want me to do? What do you want me, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what can I say?
What
What
am
can
I
you
supposed to
what
do
am I
here?
supposed to do here? And it wasn't just about a relationship, whatever. I felt like that about life at
Yeah.
that time. Like I just somebody just tell me, like I felt like
Yeah.
my first sessions in therapy, like, were going nowhere because I felt like, tell me, what am I supposed to do? How do I fix
Yeah.
Yeah.
fix my life?
Yeah.
Here, I'm the problem, fix my life.
Yeah.
And it really took, man, like, I want to say even a couple of months of therapy to
Mhm.
figure out. I was like, oh, I gotta make the changes.
Yeah.
I was like, it's up to me
Yeah,
it's the work.
to make to
Exactly.
put in the work. Like, you're giving me the tools to and recognition to do it, but
Yeah.
it's still up to me
Yeah.
to put in the work.
Exactly. I absolutely. It took me years, a couple of years, to realize, okay, I'm not fixing this. This isn't going away.
Yeah.
And really, what I was learning in therapy was how to deal with it.
Yeah.
I had
Yes.
to identify those signs before they become a problem. And once I realized that I just got this shit, like, I'm not getting rid of it. It was kind of like a weight lifted, knowing that there's no cure for it, but
Yeah.
I'm not helpless either.
Exactly.
You know what? Your second part, I'm not helpless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because at first it very much felt like, well, if this person isn't gonna help me, who can help me?
Exactly.
That's how my first few sessions felt. Like, I'm like, there's no movement. Like, why?
Mhm.
What's the point of this?
Mm-hmm.
But I, like, especially anyone who's new to therapy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
please, like, it takes an adjustment period, and it
Mhm.
takes a lot of facing your inner dialogue, facing
Yeah.
your inner demons,
Mhm.
forcing it out before you realize, the work.
Yeah.
Your therapist isn't going to do the work for you. He's
Yeah.
there to help you with it, and he's there to help you kind of arrange your emotions, your feelings, your
Exactly.
thoughts, but just keep doing the good work.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And it's also from like the other perspective too. Like, we talk a lot about, being in toxic relationships or just being with people who are, not helping, and you're just
Yes.
kind of like, dude, I'm not here to figure your stuff out. I still got to figure my stuff out.
Yes.
And there's a lot of times where it does affect, your mental health. But at the same time, it's like the airplane, right? They tell you to put the mask on yourself before you put on the mask.
There you
on.
go.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. You got to help yourself, and there's gonna be times where you're gonna have that real talk and tough love to people and say, look, I can't figure all your shit out for you. I can help,
Mhm.
but it's not anyone's job to figure out your life other than you.
Yeah.
It's really funny because like once I felt like actually I didn't even feel to me like I was like, I don't know, the transition for you guys, but like once months went by and I was like, people were telling me, hey, you look better, you
Yeah.
sound better.
Yeah.
That was the point where people close to me were like, help me with like, not to help them, but
Mhm.
kind of needed me to guide them back to
Yeah.
like, okay, what worked, guide me now. And I'm like, I can't.
You can't
I'm like, like, thank you. I'm barely making out of the woodworks, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can be in charge of. And I think that this song perfectly describes it. Like, I can barely be in charge of my emotions and regulate them.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
can't be in charge of yours.
Exactly. It can't be your teacher.
I can be your
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dang. Heavy stuff, man.
Yes.
Good
yes.
music though. Good
Good
music.
Very
music.
good.
Like
Again,
it.
Morelos Metegoles from La Plata, Argentina. Mora Pelvian vocals, Narf Alvarez guitar, Jauco Millon bass, and Lautaurin Osakar drums.
Narf.
Narf.
Narf. What's up, Narf?
But yes, please check them out. They have a lot of great music. They had a new album. Right now they're touring all over South America. They'll be in Mexico later this year. So
Okay.
check them out. Great band. Great band.
Definitely. Who's next?
What next? I also went
All right.
international. This week. I actually added these.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the song, for obvious reasons, that I'll explain.
Mhm.
But they have a really cool like branding, if you will, like the way their albums and like all their social media and everything. It really caught my attention. Like they're really, really good. And you can tell that they've been doing this for a long time. They've been together for 13 years. So
Okay.
the name of the band is Retrace the Lines. They're a band out of Valencia, Spain.
Ooh.
So how I featured two Italian bands, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Waves in Autumn, which was who you heard at the top of the show, and Air Lives. And we talked about how Italy's having like this metal renaissance.
Yeah.
Like these metal
Mhm.
bands are coming out the woodwork and they're doing really, really good. Like anything from thrash to like the Linkin Park stuff
Mhm.
to all this other stuff. Well, apparently Spain is having like a crazy metalcore
All right.
resurgence. And
Alright.
these guys are part of it. So they only have 3.2K monthly listeners on Spotify.
Okay.
But they're very good. They've already put out like 2 or 3 albums. They're actually hinting at putting out another album this
Okay.
year. And this first song is their latest single, which I think is going to be part of the new song. This song is called Dopamine.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
like dopamine.
We all like dopamine.
Sometimes a little too much. Don't got
Yeah.
none of it. That's the problem.
We search for it in the wrong
Well,
places.
exactly. Okay, and ironically, this is pretty much exactly what the song's talking about.
Oh,
So
okay.
okay. So let's play it. Dopamine by Retrace the Lines. Let's start about 12 seconds in.
Metalcore to the bone, dude.
Get alive.
This takes me back to my Warped Tour days. Devil Wears
Yeah.
Prada, of Mice of Men.
Mice of Men, dude. Yeah. Oh, nothing like a good metalcore band.
Yeah.
Of course, really. Like screaming stuff.
Yeah, with that
Damn.
that metalcore band from Indonesia. Remember the cover?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They even got some like electronic stuff going on.
Yeah.
Dopamine hits, man.
Shoot, that
It's
song.
like a warning, like kind of, yeah.
Okay, so before my phone dies, let me get into some of the lyrics. Okay.
All right.
I'm on the other song. Hold on. So, like I said, retrace the lines. They're not a 3-piece. They're not a 4-piece. They're not a 5-piece.
Ooh.
Oh,
They're a 6-piece.
Oh,
Slipknot over here.
yeah, like a Slipknot going on.
Almost. They got a 6, and the reason is because 3 of them are the vocalists.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So they got one guy, I believe it's JJ. All he does is scream.
Oh, he's
He's
the
just
chorus.
a guy.
That's your hap guy.
Not
Okay,
not
that's your core.
And my phone
Okay.
dies. Okay. So basically dopamine, where it says dopamine hits my brain and I lose my mind. I don't know if I'll be able to see the sun again. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with ADHD and other mental health disorders, dopamine plays a huge role in the reason why our brains are
Yeah.
fucked up, basically. ADHD is focused on attention, but really it's a neurotransmitter dysfunction disorder.
Mhm.
What our brains aren't able to do is regulate dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, all this other stuff. There's a whole chemistry behind it, which actually Groupie might do a video on, but well, he doesn't know yet, but I'll tell him.
I took a lot of chemistry class because for fun.
For fun?
Okay, first you run, now you do chemistry classes for
All right, man.
We learned something new about you every day.
Yes, exactly.
Have a minor in chemistry.
No,
Oh.
bro's a narc.
Oh,
Ooh.
uh-oh. ADHD tangent number 4.
All right, anyways, back
anyway.
to dopamine.
So, dopamine, if you all know, is the happy hormone, the happy,
It's the boost in your
Yeah,
brain.
yeah.
The-
and that's why they call drugs dope, because you get the dopamine hit.
Mm.
That's where addiction comes from, because you're constantly looking for the high. The problem is with not just ADHD, but with a lot of different mental health disorders, dopamine's missing. Our brains are not chemically or physically able to produce, send, transmit dopamine in an effective way, because dopamine also affects executive function.
Ooh.
And what do I mean by executive function? Showing up on time, keeping your shit organized,
Paying attention
Paying
to the same thing for more
attention.
than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
all the stuff that makes people, well adjusted, functioning people who can remember basic information or stay awake in a meeting or answer your boss's email, even though you've already told them 5 times you do. Anyway, so this, what I like about this song is that it just addresses, like, when dopamine hits, that's when I feel alive, because that's what it is.
Yeah,
but
It's true.
But for those of us who have these crazy brains who aren't able to produce that dopamine, that we look for external stimuli.
Mhm.
That's why, like, our knees are always shaking, or we're always fidgeting, or we're doing some crazy things, and that's where the impulsivity comes from. Not because we're crazy, not because we can't control ourselves. It's because our brains are in desperate need of dopamine, because we recognize, hey, we don't got any. We need to produce it.
Mhm.
That's why so many people with mental health issues struggle with drugs, with alcohol, with dangerous activities, because their brain is literally seeking these dopamine hits, because we need it. We need it to function. Every single human being needs dopamine to function. So here, I think what it talks a lot about, and it says, I won't be able to see the sun again, is to me, it talks a lot about some of these dangerous activities and behaviors a lot of people with ADHD and other disorders undertake because of that. They'll drink, they'll jump off a building. I don't know, like they'll do all these crazy dangerous things and to get that high, to get that hit, wherever they can do it, because naturally we can't do it. And for a lot of us, like I know I've gone through medication and it helps, but it's just not the same. That's just my thing. Please follow your treatment plan with your doctor, please. I'm not saying or anything. Please follow that. But for a lot of us, finding that source of dopamine is just like the holy grail. Like you're just on a consistent search to how do I get dopamine in an effective way that it's readily available, but not is going to flood my brain and make me, into this crazy person. So I think that's what the song was talking about. Is just, the need for it, but at the same time, how it could be your demise.
Yes.
Right.
And you hit on it 1,000%. It's the boost. Makes you happy. It makes everything elevated. It's that high, that natural high. But eventually, it might be our chemical balance where some of us just look for it, crave it, and drugs, alcohol, other things that will get you that natural high, that little spark of it. We start looking for it in all other places. And even the healthy way, man. I hurt myself. How long did I go without running these past few weeks?
Like 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Tell my mood the past few weeks.
This dude was on edge. This dude was on edge. She was
edge.
shaking.
But
little
I
antsy.
mean, even it's the healthy way to get it. It's whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're like, it's my body knew, my head knew, my body craved it. And it's just it's crazy how simple chemical that we produce naturally controls your life so much.
Or supposed to.
Yeah.
Produce naturally. But yeah, so these guys are super polished. I mean, every single syncopation, every single thing is on point. They've been around for about 13 years, and you can really, really tell. So like I said, scroll down a little bit. Figured we got JJ on vocals. We got Pete, who's on guitar and vocals. Then we got, I think it's Lauren, not Corin. I misspelled. Also on guitar and vocals. You got Jorge on bass, you got Garrett on drums, and you got Alejandro on keyboards and like the electronic stuff. So like
Nice.
it's the 6-piece, and you see them. They did like a whole if you go on their YouTube page, they basically did a studio session of their entire album. Their latest album is called Echoes of Love and Hate. Really good album. Really, really, really good album. So you can really see the dynamic and really see how they work with one another. But they got this electronic sound also that gives you not Linkin Park vibes, but like some of those other, like you said, like a Mice and Men and some of those other bands that bring in some of those things. So they got like metalcore, they got the screamo, they got to look at like post-hardcore, like they're bringing a bunch of genres together. I'm gonna get into the second song. This one's called Lost Cause. Let's just get straight into it. Let's start about like 20 something seconds into it. It's really good.
Okay. Maybe like 7 does it, maybe?
A little bit. Breakdown, man. So good. So Lost Cause, right away it says we're not lost causes. We're just not pretending things are fading away. So I love that opening line because it's like, dude, we're realists. And I, for one, I know I've been treated felt like I've been treated like a lost cause. Like people give up on me, like, oh, this guy's never gonna work out. Oh, this guy's failing at his job. Oh, this guy, he can't do it the right way. And to me, I'm just kind of like, yeah, because I see through the bullshit, man. Like,
Yep.
I know what works, I know what doesn't work,
Mhm.
and to me, I think that opening line was just like a huge wake up call, like to unite us. Like, dude, we're not lost causes. We just we see through the bullshit. We know what's going on.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to pretend, you know, on one thing that things are pristine and happy, and we're not going to pretend like everything's falling apart. Like, we know what's going on. We have a very good understanding. You're the ones not paying attention to us,
Yep.
almost. So to me, Lost Cause, like right away, you see the you see the song, and it's a lot like, okay, this is going to be about those feelings. But I think it's like a really act of defiance. Like,
Yep.
we're not lost causes. We know what's going on, but the way that we're being treated, like, yeah, then the chorus goes is it feels like dying because like we're trying to find purpose. We're just trying to find a way to contribute, you know, but a lot of times we're cast away for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But again, these guys are awesome. Retrace the Lines. They're going to be going on tour pretty soon. I think they're going to have a few shows coming up. And they're touring with a couple of other Spanish bands. So Spain's got some metalcore.
Spain's got some.
Spain.
All right.
Nice.
Metal. So again, Retrace the Lines, follow these guys. They're really good. Really interested to see what Big Mac has to say about these guys, but really good. They caught my ear this week, so really awesome.
Yeah. Also, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, yep.
So going along the lines of your well, first off, the whole dopamine kind of thing.
Yep.
I'll get into that right now, but
Yep.
also sticking with the international.
Ooh, we all went
Yeah,
international.
international. So it's been kind of a singer-songwriter summer for me.
Yes.
So
I've been loving it.
yeah, it's been 3 or 4 good ones in
Yeah.
a row, right?
Yeah, like Indy Arkin, Devin
Devin
Thompson.
Night in Athens.
Yeah.
So today I present Maya Lakani.
Maya Lakani.
Yes,
Iconic.
she is British Indian, from Britain, I guess Great Britain.
Great Britain,
Yeah,
Britain,
Great
yeah.
Britain. A rock artist. So just like Night in Athens, she taught herself how to write, produce, and record music
Wow.
during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And
A true singer-songwriter.
true singer-songwriter. And the music you're about to listen to, some of it was written in her bedroom.
Ooh.
Yes, and she's already gotten a lot of attention over there across the pond. She advocates and writes music about women's rights and representation, and she wants to be seen and heard in the rock scene. So here I am, obliging her.
Okay.
The first song is called "The Line," and I want you to think in the context of what you were saying, finding that dopamine.
Okay.
And this is the song that hit me right in the squishy spot. I had substance abuse issues a decade ago or more, and this song brought tears to my eyes because it just so perfectly described the feeling when you're right about to relapse.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and she gets right into it. So the line starting from the beginning, Mr. Figured.
Drawn to the darkness, things that wreck my mind. I'm always drawn to a sweetness that don't satisfy.
Damn.
Is it any wonder that I cry? Wonder why I tried. Wonder that I draw the line.
Draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing over the line that's take control of the line it's my disclosure, the line I'm starting over the line.
For a singer-songwriter, I was expecting something like more stripped down, folkish.
Oh, this is
And she rocks, man.
Very well produced. Yeah.
Hang on to endings, I'm drawn back in time. Let you burn past every limit I set to the sky.
Yeah.
It's going to my playlist.
yeah, I'm into it. But the music reminds me of like I'm trying to find the
Yeah.
band. Like it.
Dude. So
Really
just
good.
like with Devin Thompson, India Arkin, Night in Athens, I just put it on and I couldn't stop listening. I couldn't find a reason to stop listening.
Yeah.
This one though hit me right in the squishy spot, guys. So I'm always drawn to the darkness, things that wreck my mind. I'm always drawn to a sweetness that don't satisfy.
Oh.
Yeah, right at the edge of relapse, man.
Oh.
Like I can't take this anymore. I can't
Yeah.
take this anymore. I need that sweet thing, and it doesn't satisfy. Is it any wonder that I cry? Wonder why I tried. Wonder that I draw the line. So the line I'm drawing over is kind of like I know I'm going over the line. Like I know I'm going, but I can always come back. Like it's
Yeah.
always that that
Flirting,
feeling.
flirting with that line.
Exactly. And so the line, it's my disclosure. The line, I'm starting over. So like you're gonna relapse, but you know you're gonna start over again. And it's almost like an excuse, like, okay, I'm gonna relapse again. I'm gonna start over
Yeah.
again. And she goes into the second part. I always hang on to endings. I'm drawn back in time, let you burn past every limit I'd set to the sky. So just reliving all those bad things that happened. The
Yeah.
reason why you're seeking that dopamine, that just feeling of just something that doesn't hurt,
Yeah.
That
And-
euphoria.
that euphoria. And man,
Yeah.
just a kick to the swishy spot.
It really is. And I mean, you could take it in a bunch of different contexts too. It's
Mhm.
not just like with drugs and alcohol. It could be with pornography. It could be with calling your ex, even though you
Yeah.
know, you know,
Toxic
it's a toxic
relationship.
Yes.
It could be, you know, doing an activity that you promise you're not gonna do, but because you just need that fix, that hit.
Yep. And
Mhm.
toxic is perfect. It doesn't matter if it's a toxic substance or
Mhm.
toxic person,
Yeah.
a toxic relationship, toxic forms of entertainment.
Watching a sports team that hasn't won anything.
Yeah. That's
That's another thing.
that's another thing.
Uh,
It's in the context of just trying to find relief in something you know is terrible for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, just yeah. it
That
was-
that's tough, man. Because yeah, I think a lot of us have been there. Like, okay, I'm just one time. I'll start over. Fine.
Mhm.
Like you start justifying it in your
Mhm.
brain,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you start like, well, okay, well, you know, starting tomorrow, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the workout. Starting Monday, I'm gonna work out.
Yeah. Or the diet.
Or the
Yeah, the
diet.
diet.
I start on Monday. It's the reverse. Okay, I'm just gonna do it once, but then starting tomorrow, it's gonna be fine.
yeah.
It's a
Yep.
justification that we give ourselves.
Exactly. And
Oof.
it's a toxic line of thinking. It's a toxic logic
Yeah.
that goes along with it. And that brought me back to just some really dark places in my life. Just that, I don't know, giving myself permission to
Yeah.
relapse. And that was wow.
But it also goes to show how far you've come.
Yeah.
Yes.
It took quite a lot of work for me, but
Yeah.
I think looking back, I appreciate music like this because it kind of reminds me of like I have come a long way.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next song I have is called Fall for Me. Just listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
It's gonna sound like okay, just listen to the lyrics.
All right.
I'm gonna start from the beginning. Sounds like a love song.
A little harder version of some dream pop.
Yeah. So is it kind of like the XX era, like
Yeah.
metric a little bit?
It does have that sound like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
I can't put my like it sounds like a late 2000s, early 2010s sort of rock. You know, like
Yeah.
those bands that weren't the new metal, but weren't.
It's like the alt everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Fuel and remember like those bands.
Yeah.
But they integrate a lot. Like the chord progression was really good, really driving, but it also
Mhm.
gave that song that dynamics.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dreamy aura,
Yeah.
but like just with this really heavy emotional.
Yeah.
So it's to me, it sounds like a love song. Like I want to find you in the corner of my mind, but just listen to the lyrics, and it's not. I don't think it's that.
Mm.
I want to find you in the corner of my mind. I want to be there every second of my life. I want to see you wear a picture perfect smile. I want to be there. Do you want to feel it?
And
Sounds a little stalkerish.
obsessive.
Sounds escapey
I'm
a
a
little bit too.
Okay, yeah.
See what we're getting here? Kind of escaping to that corner of your mind where everything is perfect.
Yeah.
And I think I do this all the time. I'm sure everybody does this to some extent, but in context of, mental health that's not treated or substance abuse, you're just trying to find that place that's happy, and it's in the corner of your mind somewhere that you just wish you could live at,
Yeah.
and that's just not reality.
Well, it's also. Oh, go ahead.
But we were talking about even at the beginning of this, um, isolating yourself and just being in the little corner of your like of what you think is happiness, where like I don't need everyone else. I don't need this. I don't need
Yeah.
that.
Well-
I'm happy here. Like fooling yourself in that
Yeah,
little corner of your
Well,
mind.
it's not even I'm happy here with you. It's I'm happy here with this idea I have of you.
Yes.
So you don't even need that person or that thing. It's just the idea of having
Yes.
it in a perfect world.
Yeah.
And when she's saying, I'm in so deep, it's where I want to be, fall for me, I watch you fall for me. Where she's kind of going through like this romance maybe in her head that's
Oof.
not real, but she's so drawn
Ooh.
deeply into it.
Well, that's the that corner of the mind talking to herself, saying, "Come over here, fall, with me,
Yep.
come fall for me, come over here." But it's almost kind of like not even like a happy space. It's almost like the way I take it is like what's familiar, you know, what's comfortable,
Exactly.
what's comfortable, and like I can tell you, for me, working 15 years in a career which was basically sit in front of a computer
Yep.
and wait for emails to come in and do all that shit. To me, sitting in front of a computer, that's my spot.
Yep.
I feel not comfortable, but I feel like, okay, I have to be there. I have to sit in front of a computer. I have to be in an office. I have to just stay there in order to feel productive, in order to
Yes.
feel like I'm doing something, like I'm there. So I find myself doing that today.
Yep.
Like, okay, I have to be online. I have to be available. I have to answer emails. I have to be there. And it doesn't matter what else is going on in the house. Doesn't matter what else is happening. I have to be there. And I'm fooling myself to think that that's productivity.
Yeah.
That's
There's that saying, idle hands are the devil's playthings.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think when we give ourselves bad things to do, like if we don't have anything productive to do, then we start
Yeah.
doing some really dumb shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, if you have a family, you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because you're a parent, you're a spouse, you're a child of, aging parents and stuff. You have stuff to do, but some of that stuff's really hard to deal with sometimes.
Mhm.
So we go to escape to our happy place, which is different things for different people, substances.
Phone.
What I was gonna go for
phone.
is like being in a tough situation, being in a stressful environment. People will romanticize people like not being or being in a different scenario,
Yeah.
or even in relationships, like you'll romanticize a person and not look at all the red flags, at all the
Yeah.
"Oh, this person's not
Yeah.
but yeah, like instead of being present, dealing with life, like
Yeah.
you were describing, well, like those people that don't or live stress free. That this. I'm like,
Mhm.
does that really exist?
Yeah,
No.
I don't
Doesn't.
know if
No.
I don't.
No.
Everyone lives with stress. Everyone lives with
Mhm.
something that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
This sometimes all of us do it. We're like, oh, so and so or this other person has
Mhm.
it so simple. So I'm like, no,
No, we don't.
it's just you wishing
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to say any of these lyrics mean any of that.
No, no, no.
I mean, obviously, I'm coming from like a recovering substance
Yes.
abuse, mental health perspective here, and obviously, she's a young lady singing about stuff that's probably totally different, but it just
Oh, it hits.
captured something just very emotional for me, and I love singer-songwriter Summer.
How many monthly listeners? She's got to have
Yes.
at least 5 or 6.
Nope.
At least.
Not 5 or 6, so 1,000 at least.
Yeah.
1.6 thousand.
Are you serious?
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
that's unacceptable.
Yeah, this lady, Maya Lakani,
Yeah.
again, a British Indian rock artist, incredible. She's only got 6 singles up on the Spotify, and she does some touring around the UK. But man, whew,
Yeah.
that
Squishy spot.
squishy
Crazy.
spot
Talk
was
about squishy
was
spot.
trampled these past 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
I have to say it was really great.
Wow.
But I think we have a special entry.
This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
first week doing promoting a band.
Yeah.
Getting into the game.
They were too good. They were too good to pass up. So
All right.
my band is called Maafa. They are a 3-piece, I believe, from New York City. They've been a band since 2017. I can give a little backstory after the first song, but they're a hardcore punk band. You'll definitely hear it after the first song.
Okay.
This first song is called Welfare, and we'll get into it in just a second. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
The song has like 6 beat changes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the punk. There it is.
All right.
Really good.
Really
Really good.
very punk. This doesn't have a lot of mental health lyrics, I guess, but they're a really good band. They only have 340 monthly listeners.
340.
That's it. And
Dang.
they've been a band since 2017. Like I said, their name Maafa is Swahili for catastrophe or disaster.
Ooh,
But it's also used in the countries that speak Swahili. They use it to refer to the middle passages and ongoing system oppression of Black lives globally.
Mhm.
So a lot of this song is talking about how the welfare of some countries are built on the backs of the slaves,
Yep.
and that's what they're advocating for with their band. So I thought it was awesome. Their message is amazing, and I just wanted them to have more listeners, honestly.
Oh, definitely. I love punk in that it's just unapologetically right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
In your face, right?
In your face, rub your nose in your mess right. And I think it's really punk music that's carried a lot of our generation through the early 2000s when
Yeah.
we were going through stuff, and now we're passing that on to our youth today who are just as pissed off as we are
Yeah.
and just as angry and just as right
Yeah.
as we were back then. And that's not a political statement. That's just
Yeah.
saying, look, we're in charge now, guys. Like you guys can step off now.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Bands like The Pill, Germany,
Yep.
just unapologetically just gonna call you on your shit.
But that I mean that's punk.
Oh, yeah.
Defined. That's what they do. They're there to, point out atrocities, point
Yes.
out
Mm-hmm.
the real shit that's going on in our world, calling out injustice
Oh yeah.
and the things that should matter
Yes.
to everybody. So like, I mean, just the name Maafa is a
Yeah.
great reminder. Like, there's some serious shit going on in the world.
Absolutely. And I know of a great South African band, a punk band that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of mental health stuff, but
Yeah.
kind of one of the reasons why we're gonna break down the music stuff a
But
little bit.
but what's going on in the world?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
has
too.
a
Is like,
huge impact.
Exactly.
Huge impact. I mean, there's so much hate, so much violence, so much shit, unneeded shit going on.
Yes.
That triggers people.
Yeah.
It
and
does.
and rightfully so. This is serious, nasty things that bands like Maafa, and System of a Down, and Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Against
You
the
guys notice like everything that Rage Against the Machine has been spewing out for 20 years is like
Yeah, and
happening.
playing out.
Yeah, System of a
Yes.
Down.
Yeah. Pretty soon
Yeah.
Maafa is gonna be talking about this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
That's partly why I wanted to bring it up. Is though the music doesn't directly talk about mental health issues, politics does affect people
Yeah.
mentally.
yeah.
Like, so here's the lyrics for this song were welfare. They built an empire off your backs, taxing your labor to secure their fortune with no accountability. Cough up that restitution, make you pay your debt to welfare. And a lot of that is people are struggling to pay their restitution or to pay for their labor that they've been doing to support the welfare of billionaires. Like, and that has a tax on mental health as well.
Exactly.
So
That's not a political statement in the slightest. That's real life, and I think
Yeah.
everybody from every part of the world, every part of our country, every political ideology is feeling right now is
yeah.
it's really hard to make those ends meet.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
talk to any single parent, not just in this country, anywhere.
Yeah.
That shit affects you
It does.
A lot.
a lot. Yeah.
A
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my intro.
Very
All right,
punk.
what's
Very
your
punk.
next?
Song very punk.
I'm ready
my,
for some more punk.
my next song is called Dichotomy,
Ooh,
also by Maafa. Let's just get into it.
sure.
Oh, harder.
Mm-hmm.
Sound very Metallica here.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. Like more of a thrash type of riff.
Just the cymbal crashes and everything.
There we go.
Wow. Dang.
So yeah, very hardcore, very punk.
Dude,
Mhm.
that sounded almost thrash, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like the only difference, and Big Mac, you can back me up on this. Like the difference in thrash is like the snares are usually the upbeats.
Yeah.
And it's usually, but here the snares the downbeats.
Mhm.
So like I got mixed up. I got dizzy for a second. Like, hold on. Wait, hold on a second.
The
Wait.
music theory in me was like,
No. Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
My thrash brain's going, this is not what's supposed to be. But man, no, it was very good though.
yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Really like this band. I like their message too. I don't have the lyrics for this song. I apologize. I didn't do my homework.
I did my homework.
Just really wanted you guys to hear the band, and I thought it was appropriate for the time that we're going through
nice.
too.
Oh,
Absolutely.
hell yeah.
I think
Great band.
I think we can, at least for me, punk is kind of like the conscience of our society. bands like Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down, newer bands, The Pill, Maafa,
Yeah.
just telling it like it is. Like times are
Unapologetically.
tough.
Yeah.
It sucks having to work for a living.
Yeah.
It's hard trying to put food on the table when you have all this against you. And that's not a political statement.
Mhm.
That's just matter of fact. This is what our society is.
Exactly.
today.
Yes.
Well, and you're here, you're trying to survive, you're trying to do the good thing, you're trying to play by the rules, you're trying to
Yeah.
do things the way that you've been taught to do or been told to do, while everyone else is doing some shitty things and getting ahead, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Like that right there affects
Mhm.
people's mental health of like,
Mm-hmm.
then what are we here?
Yeah. What am I
doing?
supposed to do?
Yeah.
What does Big Mac
Since
say?
I agree, granted, it depends on the band and song. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's just atrocious bands out there singing just atrocious punk music about atrocious things. I'm not talking about those assholes. I'm talking about the real punk bands singing about the
Yeah.
stuff that's really happening. Granted, there's bands that sing about just racist and misogynistic stuff
Stupid
that
shit, yeah.
we don't tolerate here.
Yeah.
But when you have a band talking about things that actually are hurting people today,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think Rage Against the Machine is a perfect example. We watched a
Mm.
bunch of Rage Against the Machine videos yesterday, and pretty much, yeah, everything.
20 years later, you're
20
like,
years
"Whoa."
later, Zach De La Rocha still got it right.
Yeah.
He just has to go.
Yeah.
I've been telling you this whole time.
If you think about it, that could be
Yeah.
like part of the reason that no new punk music has come out is because all the old punk music is still right. Like they don't need to reiterate what's already been said.
Yeah.
Just like they said it already, you know.
That's a music theory is mayhem episode right there.
Oh. Yeah.
What was that?
He said I was talking about the snare and thrash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah, like that was just that threw me off because I'm used to the upbeat Lars Ulrich,
Yeah.
But man, yeah, no, really good.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I agree.
Love this
Like
band.
Very good.
these, I mean, this is like British punk in the 70s, like 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Calling
Save the
out.
Queen.
Calling out the atrocities going on there.
Yeah.
This is System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
And Maafa can start a movement, man. Of
100%.
what, shit, what's going on right
Yeah.
now.
Well, we got The Pill in Germany.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Coming out with a new record very
yeah.
soon. So hopefully we'll hear from them
Toxin.
soon. The Toxins got some good stuff going on too.
Killer
Mhm.
Kin.
Killer Kins got that. Yep. So those bands talking about just real stuff.
Yeah, they
Just
do.
real stuff.
And it just takes one band talking about the right thing to strike a nerve with the right person.
That's
You know?
right.
exactly. And I'm all for it.
Let's do it, man. That's what we're here.
All right.
All right.
So who won?
Let us know. Big Mac, Baines, whoever's still in the comments. What'd you guys like this week?
And if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon Music, let us know in the comments as well. Which band did you put in your playlist?
Yes. Good entries, guys.
Very
Yes.
good. No, very good.
Very good.
Good entries.
Very
We're
good.
getting
So,
good at this.
so Figure's the only one who stayed domestic here.
Yeah, no
wait,
kidding.
Well, are they domestic? I know they're in New
Their
York.
their
New York.
band was formed in New York. That's all I
Oh,
read
okay.
from their
Oh.
Spotify bio.
I saw Swahili. Maybe they're
Yeah, they
African.
That's true.
We got some Bad Brains.
Bad Brains, 100%. That's
Bad
what I was gonna
Brains.
say as their influence.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you
Bad
go.
Brains has more of like a barking, biting kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you don't understand what they're saying, but you understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
You feel what he's saying, you just don't quite
Yeah,
understand.
they're mad about
They're
something.
pretty
mad about
pissed off.
something.
And that I kind of got that, but couldn't definitely
Yeah.
understand. Not very happy.
Not very happy.
Oh, what did Big Mac say?
Figure, in my opinion.
Oh.
Oh.
Figure gets his
Figure gets his pump.
first entry and his first win.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll give you this one.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. All right, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow and tell your friends. Thank you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah. And don't forget the merch, guys. We got
Oh yeah,
some
nice hats,
Sonder-
guys.
Sonder Mountain. Right? We got some Sonder gear. Stay tuned. They got more stuff coming up on their summer
Yeah.
line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ordered some.
I got a
Yeah.
lot of shit in my cart. Yeah, gotta get approved for a credit card soon.
Yeah.
So I can afford that. But I mean, awesome stuff, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see Kip up there in Denver. and maybe some new RockMental designs coming out pretty soon. We'll check that out. So make sure you follow Sonder Mountain Apparel on Instagram, or check out SonderMountainApparelCo.com. Awesome stuff. They're just killer designs, hats, shirts, hoodies, long sleeves. They got things for the female punks out there. They got everything that you need to rage on.
Yeah. Big Mac says, I'll miss y'all next week. I'll be in the studio next Saturday and Sunday.
Oh,
That's gonna be awesome. Hell yeah. That's sick.
Right. If you guys watched Big Mac's Beyond the Pit with Ember and Effigy, he did hint that they were in the studio this month. So, dude, Big Mac, hey, go kick some ass. Good luck in there. We can't wait to hear you guys' new music. I know you've been working on some songs. Man, we're gonna be pumped.
Also,
ready excited for all that new music from our artists, man.
We got a lot of new music coming out from RockMental artists.
I mean, Kamikaze Zombie re-recording some of their older stuff. The Toxin, I think I saw them recording something.
Oh, I saw Alibis too.
Alibis recording. They've been hinting. I think they've been in the recording studio. Lockjaw. They're also, I think, heading to the recording studio.
Oh, Honey and Barossa said they were going to start their first recordings as well.
That's right. Honey and Barossa coming in. Man, I think
exciting.
This is recording summer, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Big Mac said he might send us a sneak peek.
Yes, sir.
Please. That'd be awesome.
We're gonna hold you to that, Big Mac.
Love it.
We're gonna hold you to that.
All right. Also, if you guys like this new format of just going straight into the music, just listening to all kinds of music so you guys can get the best kind of music, let us know. We want to start a new type of thing.
That's
right. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So like we said, we're going to break it down so that we're going deep into the mental health stuff and deep into the music stuff, maybe exploring artists that don't necessarily touch on mental health in a lot of the music, but just still great. That's our goal, and we have a lot of changes that we want to make. Obviously, we want your support and your input on that. But look out for those great things.
Yep. And really, to give you a taste, like what we will do is maybe through the music, when we talk about during the music session, we'll pick a topic that really resonated with us and go dive even deeper into a mental health section.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we can really talk about it. So like in this new format, we can say, you know what, let's talk about this whole chemical imbalance thing going on, and maybe bring in an expert and talk about what is going on in our brains, that sort of stuff. Or let's say we talk about toxic relationships. Let's get deeper into that. We're trying to make sure that we're being, working smarter, not harder. But really trying to give you guys the information and resources and discussion that you want, and that way we can be a little bit more purposeful here on RockMental.
Exactly, and touch more bands and touch more lives out there for you all.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Really, speaking of bands, we're gonna go see a hell of a band.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
We're gonna see many bands up in Denver when Metallica hits the Mile High Stadium. They still have Mile High Stadium?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the Mile High Stadium.
Whatever company's sponsoring right now.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But hey, if you guys are going to be in Denver in the Metallica show, Figured and I will be there. Make sure you look for the RockMental logo. Come say what's up. We'll maybe take a photo or two, but we'll give you guys updates. So with that said, if we're going to go through our little logistical thing, so Figured and I will probably do a special live stream live from Denver next week, probably Saturday. So stay tuned on our social media accounts for updates on that. We'll give you a count of the Friday show, which I believe is going to be Limp Bizkit and Ice Nine Kills opening.
Yeah.
And then next Sunday, it's going to be Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies. Dude, I am I got to stretch. I
gotta do some cardio.
I gotta do some cardio. I don't know. I gotta get myself emotionally, physically, and mentally. I gotta get my soul. I got it prepared, man. So hit us up. We'll give plenty of updates. My goal is to get Metallica's Instagram account to retweet us.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be really awesome.
Great.
Please, Lars Ulrich, please. But hit us up. We'll be there. And then, like I mentioned, the week after is 4th of July week. We're going to take that week off. But we're still going to be hitting up on our social media accounts. We're still going to be putting out some content. So please keep hitting us up.
Yeah. And as we exit this episode, why don't we just talk about our playlist real quick?
Real quick.
Few of
We'll
the
go through
bands,
real fast.
in our new format. Hopefully, we'll be able to listen to some music from some of these bands.
That's
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. First band I added is Strangers. They're a thrash metalcore band from Indonesia.
Mm.
16,000
Hey.
monthly listeners. Holy shit, you guys! Just holy shit, they're good.
Yeah.
Next I have Them Bloody Kids, a new metal band from London, UK. 656 monthly listeners.
Ah.
They're pretty good. And finally, Fin del Mundo, 28,000 monthly listeners. They're a post-rock band from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Nice.
They got dream pop, shoegaze.
Whoa.
So good.
Nice.
Very good.
All
What
right.
you guys got?
I'll go next. First, I added a new single from an artist that I featured already before. Super Cassette.
Ah,
They had a new song, Hurts, don't it?
so good.
Right in the squishy spot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right in the squishy spot.
Love Super Cassette.
Super Cassette. Oh, great band.
Maybe we'll
We've
connect with
actually
them.
Oh yeah.
been in contact with Max.
Yeah. Stay tuned if you want to see
Stay
a
tuned.
Super Cassette interview.
Max, give us. We'd love to hear more from you.
That's right.
But Super Cassette, check them out. Great music. Their newest singles out on the playlist this week. Also, a band that I shared a little bit before we started this episode. The name is Skorts.
Scorts.
Skorts. Like short skirts.
Skirts.
Skorts. Out of Brooklyn. They may get featured. I need to do
Oh,
more research, but they got that little gothic, dark wave,
Yeah. Okay.
grunge vibe to them.
Gothic grunge.
Oh, great band.
Really good stuff.
Yep.
Really good stuff. About 1,000 listeners.
All right.
So great band. Then I added a band called Snake Eyes, from the UK,
Mm-hmm.
more on the shoegazy side. About 27,000 monthly listeners. Great band as
Right.
well.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. I'm gonna need to borrow your phone because my phone died. So this week I added a few. I added a band from a song from Scars. They're really good. I mean,
Love
they have like
Scars.
200 and something, but
Mhm.
really good song revival. I was just jamming out that this week to Scars. I added a song actually. Grumpy and I drove in from out of town this morning,
Yes.
and I just put on the old playlist at Spotify, and I picked a song from a band called Cordian. Coridian.
Coridian.
I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. The song is called C2. I mean, this one was really like, it was one of those, hey, hold on. No, let me listen. Moment. It was a really good song. You guys would like it.
Done that before.
Do that. With
Yeah, just
Song's good.
it's just Cordian. They
Continue.
only have 7.6 monthly listeners, so they're really good.
Dang.
Sort of
7.6
metalcore-ish, melodic.
7.6 or 7.6 thousand?
7.6K.
1,000.
Oh, okay,
7,600. And then I added Waves in Autumn, the song you're listening at the top of the show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Take the bull by the horns.
Yep.
Keep in with that animal theme. Oh my god, this one thrashes. Man, like it was like you listen, you
Yeah.
replay it, it's really good. So those are my entries. Really good. Just take a listen to all those. We'll have the playlist up on this episode page on rockmental.com. Also on rockmental.com/music, which will have the featured artists for this week and also all the playlists from our recent episodes. And I'm working. I gotta take an HTML class or something. I gotta figure
Yeah.
something else out. My goal is to get every single featured artist that we've ever featured here on Rock Mental, put it into like a little database thing, and that way when you want to see which bands we featured, you can kind of click through and see, I want to see all the shoegaze bands, I want to see all the metal
Ooh.
bands,
That'd be cool.
I want to see.
So you're basically saying you want to get organized.
Yes, I know how dangerous that
That's
sounds
dangerous.
from ADHD person, but yes.
Yes.
But I got to dig deeper into how to do that on our website. But stay tuned. We're gonna try to revamp this thing to try to make sure that the featured artists that we've played music on get the deserve and get the credit, get the links that they deserve. But then also you fans have an easier way of getting in touch with all the RockMental featured artists. So stay tuned there.
Yep,
We're gonna be busy this summer, guys.
We
Yeah.
are. Again, artists.
busy.
Artists, look out for something from your old friend Mayhem.
Big Mac.
Big Mac fans.
Honey Wilson.
Keep stay
Thompson.
tuned on our stay tuned on our webpage. Look for all of our resources, rockmental.com/help.
That's right.
We got 988. We got Helping Survivors. We got Heads Up Guys. We got Stack Up. Check them out.
That's right. And I
Yeah.
think that should do it.
See you
What
guys
do
in
we
a
got?
couple weeks.
What do you got? I don't know what's going on.
Watch out for later this week. Live from Denver, possibly.
Live from Denver.
That's right.
We'll see. We'll see you guys there. Come say what's up. We'll hang out, jam out some Metallica.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
I
guys.
think we're good. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for bearing with us in this new format. With more changes coming soon, but we will let you guys know.
all right.
What's our exit music?
I don't
Oh,
know.
my bad.
We need some exit music. Come
I
on,
got
baby.
I got you guys.
Let's do
Let's get a
it.
good one.
All right. Okay. Okay, punks. Have an awesome week. We'll see you guys live from Denver next week. And keep in touch.
Hey.
See ya. It's really groovy. See ya, Big Mac.
Hey, Matt.
Thanks, Big Mac.